Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in. It has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring exciting and high potential franchise opportunities from across the industry. And over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors selecting the right franchise opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as world's largest franchise solution company, our role is to make sure that your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. In today's webinar, we will introduce a brand called Spartan. Spartan is a fast-growing European QSR brand known for its bold flavor, efficient operation, and strong franchise economics. Founded in 2012 by Mr. Stephen Mandaci, uh, Spartan has rapidly expanded to become one of the most successful food brand franchise chain in Romania and Eastern Europe. The brand operates on a highly modular and scalable business model designed for speed, flexibility, and profitability. With over 70 restaurants across 36 cities, including 40 plus franchise operated outlets, Spartan serves nearly 19,000 customers daily and employed 1,100 plus people. The brand has achieved the strongest turnover so far, reflecting the consistent demand and operational strength. This brand is now looking for pan-India expansion, very aggressive expansion pan-India. And to talk about the same, I'm joined with Gabriel, who's the CEO and the owner of this brand. I'm also joined with Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She's the Managing Director, Franchise and Agro. And Puneet is the Key Account Manager who is taking care of the India business expansion. Uh, but before I invite our panelists to talk about the brand and the business opportunity, I would like to inform all the viewers that in case if you would have any questions related to the brand or the business, you can can share us. You can there's an option called Q&A. You can put your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take them once the presentation is over. Uh, Now, before I invite Gabriel, I would request Sonia ma'am to take the lead to set the perspective, and then we will move on to Gabriel. Gabriel will start with the introduction, and then we will start the presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bharat, and thank you, friends, for joining us today. I welcome Gabriel on today's webinar. He joined us from Romania. So, friends, like Bharat said, Spartan is a brand which was founded in Romania. It is a category which is fast, casual, quick service restaurant, and the cuisine concept is Greek Mediterranean, which is inspired fast food focused on authentic grilled meats, pita wraps, gyros, salads, and signature sauces. So we'll talk about the overall opportunity with respect to Indian market. We'll also talk about the brand journey. We'll talk about what it takes to become a partner with Spartan. And we'll also talk about the business model and the financials. But before we go there, I'll also request Gabriel to set a perspective. In fact, Gabriel was here last month. We launched the brand at a Bombay show, and we got a very good response at the show. In fact, we'll also be announcing very soon our first partnership for India, just in 2 weeks of our launching of the opportunity. And friends, I also want to add at Franchise India and Fran Global, we are a company which has been in the business for the last 28 years. We work very closely with entrepreneurs, investors who are looking to invest in different various dynamic opportunities across all sectors and industries. And at the same time, being in the forefront of the industry, Franchise India and Fran Global, we have been able to analyze trends much before anyone can do. So while in India, we hold about 90% market share when it comes to franchising, working with entrepreneurs like yourself, looking to invest in different opportunities from a small investment to a large investment, and also large corporates, enterprises, unicorns, and startups who look upon to Franchise India for their expansion of their footprint. Having said that, there are very few brands and opportunities that we ourselves feel very, very confident and convinced about. And I would say Spartan is one such brand that we had been following for past couple of years. It's a very strong, respected company. And we decided to become the master franchisee ourselves for India. And here we are. I'm proud to say today, Franchise India and Fran Global, we are proud master partners for Spartan for Indian territory. Thank you, Gabriel, for showing your trust to us. And we have been entrusted with the responsibility of finding right partners in India, both for area developers and also for unit franchisees. So friends, we'll run you through the business model. But before that, I'll let Gabriel set the perspective, talk about the journey. And if you have any questions, please feel free. You can use the Q&A box, ask these questions. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And friends, anyone who's joined us from Chandigarh, I'd like to also say we have a big show which is happening in Chandigarh today, which is happening at Taj today and tomorrow. We have approximately 5,000 entrepreneurs who are coming and visiting the show in these 2 days. And I also have my team of Spartan India, which is there at the show. In case you want to meet, if you're somebody who's local or close by, I would really want you to go and meet our teams at the show, which is organized by Franchise India. In fact, Puneet can share with you all the details. He can share his email ID and contact number. If you need more information, he can help you meet our teams in Chandigarh today. Over to you, Gabriel.
Hi everybody. Thank you, Sonia, for the nice words. My name is Gabriel Melnichuk. I'm the CEO and the owner of Spartan. I bought this company 3 years ago. But my journey with Spartan started earlier, and I just want to present you a little bit to understand how is the salt, the feeling of this business, because it's not just a business. We are treating this business like a family. We are treating all of our employees and all of our customers like being part of our family. We are responsible for them, and they are treating us with attention and with a lot of passion, being with us 3-4 times each week. Every week they come back to us and pay more and more, and we are responsible for them. This company started in 2012, 13 years ago, with a dream. The dream that we want to make the Greek cuisine combined with our Romanian taste and make it better, faster, and more accessible. You all know that the Greek cuisine has a great taste. They have an amazing taste, but it was difficult to bring it and expand it to the whole world and make it faster. There are products suitable for a slow serving. Now we made it, we build the trust of our customer. We show them that we can do a proper serving with a time of, let's say, 3 minutes, around between 3 and 4 minutes, we can serve a client. When we start this business, we were able to serve between 300 and 400 clients on a day. Now we are able to do more than 1,000 a day for each restaurant. We improved all, but the most important thing of our business is the taste. We didn't sacrifice the taste for speed. We keep the taste, we keep the flavor. We have the most wanted sauces from the, I could say, from the whole Europe. But we already taste these sauces in Romania, we taste it in Spain, and we are near to close a contract for 50 restaurants. In England, we already made the market research. But a little bit about me. I joined this company in 2018. I become as a CEO with a nice story. I will be glad to share it with you. Previously, I worked at McDonald's for 16 years. I was developing restaurants, opening new restaurants, expanding the market here in Romania for McDonald's. And one day I had to make a trip to Greece because we had a huge convention there. When I was coming back to Romania, I bought a nice pin from there, from the airport. It was a helmet, a Greece helmet, symbolized a head of Spartan. That day, I didn't know what will mean this small souvenir for me. I come back to Romania. I was preparing to open a new restaurant at this day in a small city from Romania, Bacău it's called. I remember that day very clearly. I put my pin here on my jacket, and I was preparing my speech because we had to launch the restaurant. And what do you think? When I go to the restaurant, near to us was opening another restaurant it was called Spartan at that day. And I never remarked them because they were a small chain. They were not a competition for us. We were McDonald's. But when I see their logo was my pin. Their logo at that time was my pin. And I said, what an interesting coincidence. Wow. Why did I bought this pin? And I close this subject and I go further. 3 days later, the owner at that time of the Spartan called me, Stefan, and asked me, you don't want to have a nice discussion? For the first, my first feeling was to say, no, I have my role in this company. I'm doing good. No, but I said, why not? Why not? Because this coincidence make me look better at that company, and I see the opportunity. I see what they've already built until now: a good product, an amazing product, healthy sauces, and a healthiest choice for QSR, but already loved by the youngers. This is the most important thing. Imagine that we are marinating the meat in yogurt. We are making our bread, and this is kept as a tradition for more than 13 years. We are making our own bread with our own dough in each restaurant. We are making the mayonnaise and the sauces, garlic sauce, sweet and sour sauce, tzatziki, vegetable sauce with almost 0 calories in each restaurant. This keeps the flame and the passion of our clients for our brand, because they are eating a QSR, fast food, as already known, but with the home taste. That flavor, it's similar like you cook it at your home. And I say, this brand, I say to myself, this brand has a huge potential. I can help them grow fastly. And at that time, probably they have 25 stores, and now we have more than 70 in just five years. And this is a little piece of my story, but I don't want to borrow you with with my story. And now I want to tell you about this year and another story interesting where when I've met Mr. Gurav. In 2025 we launched the expansion Spartan for international. We are prepared now. We have all the things behind. We already have the manuals, the standards. We have the speed. We have the product. We have the knowledge of the market. We are already preparing to give this car to others as a franchisee. I didn't mention before, but I think it's very important to know, from our 70 restaurants from Romania, 40 are already franchised. It's not a company owned, and this is our first contact with franchisee. We already have 40 franchisees in Romania, and we know how to manage it. We tested everything. Now we have everything 100% prepared for a huge deployment in other countries. We start already Spain. We're going to launch next year England. And I've met Mr. Gurav, I think in Paris, yes, in Paris this year in February. And he saw our brand. He was seeing we were the biggest stand from Paris. And he told me, Gabriel, you should come to India. And I say, India? Why India? And he told me, just check, make your research and write me an email after you do your homework. It took me 1 month to do the research, and I come back to Mr. Gurav and I told him, yes, you gave me an unbelievable idea. India is a great market. Imagine, probably you know these figures, but I always like to reshare it. You have more than 1.4 billion people. I think only the middle class, from my research, my team did it, there are more than 350 million people, and they're rapidly growing middle class with a QSR size more than 30 billion, around 30 billion euro. We have here in the Eastern Europe, we have a market share of 4%. Just imagine what means 4% of the Indian market. It's a huge piece of cake that now is not used as she has to be. And also related to the customers' habit. India is not a burger-centric market. Even McDonald's is the biggest chain from India, as I know from our research. But I know that India, it is a market driven by chicken, wraps, rice, and strong sauces and spices. That is exactly where Spartan fits naturally. We have strong sauces, we have wraps, we are using chicken. It is the next, I could say it, Spartan, it is the next McDonald's for India. And I don't want to borrow you with my presentation for long, but just to say it like this, Spartan, it's ready for India. We are ready with gyros. We are ready with chicken led menu. What market prefers, where we have a strong market preference. We have garlic sauces, spicy sauces. This means a perfect flavor alignment for our brand in India. Spartan has now the opportunity to create a new category of a QSR market in India. Only with a 2% share market for the first 2 years, we already have a great opportunity there. But thank you for your attention. And if you have questions, please feel free to address it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gabriel. A very inspiring story. And like I said, at Franchising and Fran Global, we're very proud to partner with you. So friends, we'll run you through a small presentation. But before that, we have a small video that we like to show you. Any questions that you might have, we'll be happy to answer. And Bharat, if you can just put our video on. There's no sound. Great. Thanks, Bharat. So friends, we'll run you through a quick presentation now. Bharat, are you putting the presentation on the screen or is that Puneet?
Puneet, can you do that?
Friends, while Puneet puts the presentation on, the key message I would say is Spartan is not just a food brand. It is a system-driven QSR business designed for scale. And Spartan represents a modern interpretation of fast food with bold flavors, disciplined operations, and scalable economics. In India, we have worked very closely to understand the Indian market, the locations it would do well, and very carefully build the business model, which is built to serve high volumes with consistency, which is the key. It is not dependent on chefs or complex operations and kitchens like you saw in the video. It is positioned between street food and global QSR, as a category. And the brand where taste creates loyalty, that's something which is core to our business. And loyalty is what drives predictable cash flows and revenues at each location that we're running. So from the investor point of view, this means there is a repeated consumption, there is high frequency, and it is a category which is not an occasional dining. Can we move on to the next slide? So this is a little understanding on the global context. So why food dominates global franchising. But before that, let me also give you a little context from the Indian market point of view. Now, India's fast casual dining segment is growing at one of the highest paces amongst all categories in the food. And Gabriel gave you some numbers around that. He did his own study on this. So it is growing at a 20% year on year, which is driven by our young urban millennials which are seeking international high quality quick meals, Mediterranean cuisine like gyros, pita wraps, grilled meats. It is unrepresented but a very big rising in terms of popularity, similar to the growth of, I would say, shawarmas that we've been consuming for many years. And India's increasing focus on, I would say, healthy, protein-rich grilled food aligns well with Spartan's menu and the ethos. We'll also take a quick look at the menu. Now, when we look at the overall consumption space, India food consumption is also shifting from occasional dining to everyday dining, and trends like office snacking, late night ordering, week at family consumption is becoming very, very big. And today, our consumers like us, we prefer fast service, familiar but flavorful food, and at the right pricing. So gyros, wraps, bowls fit perfectly into the taste palette of Indians, handheld eating culture, and also delivery-friendly formats that we have built for India. Now, India palates, if you see, they love spices, they love sauces, grilled meats, including vegetarian fillings, and wraps are already very familiar, like rolls, Fankies, Kathi rolls in India. We've been, consuming these brands for many, many years. And the sauces are created, which I would say is a very big differentiation, that we are bringing in Spartan. And these are all proprietary sauces that we have built over the years. Now, with respect to the global market, 70% of the world's top 10 most profitable franchisees are food brands, right? So when we talk about franchising, there was a time when McDonald's, KFCs, these were names that were considered synonymous with franchising. And food franchisees have been outperforming sectors because of daily consumption behavior, a habit of, which is habit-based purchasing, emotional and a lot of cultural attachment which goes into it. And efficient formats are also winning the space because of a faster setup, maybe a faster break even. And delivery takeaway has converted QSR into asset light and, more importantly, I would say, resilient businesses. So from the investor point of view, Spartan sits at intersection of food plus delivery, efficient format, high throughput locations. And our teams at Franchise India will work with every part of ours to scout the right locations. And a very big focus on training on the brand systems and the SOPs. Next slide, please. So the Spartan metrics and the overall DNA of the brand, the core philosophy is the better the taste, the stronger is the loyalty. And that has been the DNA of the brand. Spartan is engineered for speed, modularity, and flexibility. So even in locations which has a high footfall, there is a lot of efficiency because of the operations and the SOPs that we have built in, which helps us to, even churn higher volume at a shorter frame time. So business is designed for opening faster, scaling quicker, and operate even within fewer variables. And the brand loyalty is built through a lot of consistent taste, fast service, and predictable experience for our consumers across all their locations, which they have been operating internationally. And Spartan is built on 3 layers of loyalty. So the first layer is the franchisor, which is a company which includes Gabriel as a parent and we as a master franchisee. So franchisor and our franchise partners, which are our area partners, unit partners, or multi-unit partners, through the support that we would guide them and through the transparency of our relationship. The second layer is the franchise partner and the network, which is the network which is to be built through the systems and the discipline that we train our partners on. And third is the customer, our consumer, which we'll build through our consistent taste and the values that Spartan brings to the table. Next slide, please. So our journey so far, we started in 2012 and we're in 2025 now. So we've also added some more stores which are into different phases of development. So from a single store to a national chain, today Spartan is one of the most loved and most respected chains in the market. Started with one location, expanded, I would say, not very aggressively, but very steadily in terms of the locations they wanted to get in. So 2019, they were at a number of 49 locations to 21, 62 locations, restaurants that were running and operating. Last year, they concluded 70 plus restaurants which are operating globally in different markets. And with India as a big opportunity, we have a target to open about 250 locations in the next 5 years' time, including our area developer partners and our unit partners, where we have carefully selected these territories and the potential for each of these markets. So overall, the company turnover today is more. It is showing about 50 million euros. That was 2024. And as we close this year in this month, so the calendar year for them is December end, we'll also share the numbers for 2025. So from the investor point of view, this is a proof of scalability without, I would say, loss of control, which is a key in franchise success. Next slide, please. So our current scale and operating strength. So Spartan has a very mature franchise ecosystem, 70 restaurants across more than 36 cities, strong geographic diversification, more than 40 franchise units, which includes, with respect to all the locations the brand is running, there are a lot of equity stores which are run by them when Spartan started their brand. And today, they have 40 partners which are running and operating on a franchise model. More than about 1,100 people working with Spartan, which reflects the people systems and the maturity of their HR system. And they also have built in global partnership with companies like Coca-Cola, McCann. And this indicates a very stable supply chain, the power of negotiation of a strong brand like Spartan, and also the predictability of operations that we would support and work with our partners on. Next slide, please. Now, with respect to the leadership and the recognition of the industry, awards, I would say, are a proof of validation and not just, decoration. So multiple awards from business excellence, hospitality, management performance, and the recognition has come from hospitality institutions, the most credible and respective institutions, the SME councils and Chamber of Commerce, which confirms ethical practices, financial discipline, and also the service quality, which brand brings as a very big value proposition for their stakeholders. So this signals institutional credibility, and which is very important for long-term sustainability, franchising, and expansion. Next slide, please. Now, from the franchise partner success point of view, you look at this picture. These are so of all the locations which are being run by them, especially on a franchisee operated model. Their top franchise partners operate between 7 to 16 units, so which means they are multi-unit operators. So they have partners which are operating 7 units, which are multi-unit operators, 8 units and 16 units they operate in the market. And the relationship with these partners spans anything from 6 years to 10 years, which is a very long term. And the partners invest their profit into more units, which they open under them. And this is a reflection of a trust in the brand Spartan, a strong unit economics, and also low franchise churn. So while they have been actively, aggressively now expanding in international market, but if you look at the history and the relationship which Spartan has enjoyed with their partners, most of their partners are owning and operating more than one location, which is a very strong reflection of the trust, unit economics, and also the consistency of franchisees sticking and staying in the system for long. And multi-unit expansion is also a very strong validation of a franchise model. So at the store level profitability, I think I would not like to go much more detail into it, because these are the numbers which are the numbers that we're doing in global market. So the average daily returns from a weekend to a weekday is anything between 2,800 euros to about 4,000 euros on the weekend. And globally, we are doing an average transaction of about 300 to 400 per day. And the weekend ticket and also our transaction on the weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday, is high in close to about 500 to 600. So we'll talk about Indian numbers, friends. We have a separate Excel sheet which we have done our Indian numbers on. So we'll take you through that separately. Now, the franchise system includes a detailed SOP manuals, kitchen and service workflows. It includes the very detailed training programs. The customer journey design has been built into our SOPs. And on the ground support includes our opening assistance, our ongoing audits, and also development lead in India. So in India, we have a very strong F&B team, which will work with our area partners and also with our unit or multi-unit partners that will work with them at every stage of the cycle, right from the time we sign up with you. I'll work with you to scout the best locations. So, between all the brands that today that we own as a master franchisee, we have two important requirements. One is, of course, the profile of the partners you want to partner with, because these are opportunities that has a lot of our own confidence. So, and it also has the reputation both of the parent company Spartan and combined reputation of India, with Franchise India and Fran Global. So the profile of the partners is extremely crucial for us. And equally important is the location that we would sign in. We'll not compromise for any location which is does not fit in the reputation of the company. So our teams at Franchise India, our local teams will work with every partner to scout the best locations. And we also have a very strong digital ecosystem, which includes the application, the website, and the marketing tools. Through these systems, it helps our franchise partners, the company, and us as a master franchisee reduce dependency on individual operator capability. Next slide, please. So these are some of the, I would say, advantages. We have a very simplified kitchen and menu, trade processes and recipes, like I said, which is very difficult to copy, and a centralized procurement and quality control. From the investor point of view, it means there's a big standardization, which ensures replicable success across diverse markets. Next slide. Now, when we come to system of values, customer satisfaction is something which is non-negotiable. 100% fresh product policy, which Spartan has been, following. Ethical business conduct, performance-led management, and consistency across all locations, which has been the key reasons for the success of Spartan across all these 70 locations which they have been operating so far. Next slide. Now, the mission and the vision of the company, we come with a very long-term orientation. We're not a brand which is here to just come, but we are here to stay and sustain with success of the brand, our partners and the consumers who would love us. So our mission is to deliver, very memorable experience to our consumers, power by trained teams at each location of ours. Speed and quality is something that we will not compromise on. And the vision is to become a globally respected QSR chain in the world and best trained teams in the fast food globally one can think of. Next slide. So why do we stand apart? And this is a little repetition of what I've already said. We have ethical practices at the workspace. I think you've heard Gabriel also talk about it. Equal growth opportunities, transparent customer practices, and authentic preparation methods, and a very courteous service through our staff to our consumers, which is a very, very important foundation of Spartan. Next slide. Now, with respect to our digital platform, so like I said, there's an app and website for menu browsing, pricing transparency. You can find the store location, delivery timelines, and also supports omnichannel growth, enhances our customer retention. So both our formats, I'll come on the formats, but it'll be a dine-in plus delivery through applications like Swiggy and Zomato in India, where we'll also work with our partners to list our brand on these delivery platforms. Next slide. So branding and marketing support. So strong in terms of the in-store branding, all the marketing support in terms of creatives, campaigns, promotional playbooks, brand guidelines will be given by us. It will be trained both by the parent company and us as our as India partners, which will help franchisees focus on operations and not the marketing complexity. So all marketing support from designing campaigns, and this is hyper local, which means depending on the market I'll work with all my partners to bring in local influencers, work with you on local PR as we work to launch in your respective cities. Next slide, please. So now this is location specific scripts, like I said, which is customization in terms of our engagement strategies, adaptation without losing the DNA of the brand. And local flexibility and global consistency is what we'll bring to every single market that we will operate in. Next slide. So it is a brand. If you look at the overall brand experience, which we even showed in the video, it is youthful interiors. You see, these are open kitchens. We are not vertical and deep inside, but it is horizontal. So you see a very large front. So very bold brand colors that we use and very social media friendly format. So we are built for evolution. and ready for future growth. Brand refresh designs, I would say the capex which has been engineered to ensure that we don't spend too much on the capex. So minimal capex upgrades, ability to respond to any market changes, and which keeps our brand relevant over the decades. So he is Stephen, who's the founder of the company, the visionary entrepreneur, multi-sector entrepreneur, hospitality, real estate, education, and media has been his forte. He's known for execution and social impact, and the founder-led vision ensures a long-term alignment of all of us on the brand sustainability. I think I've already covered this. We can go on the next slide. So what Spartan brings on the table is a proven business model which has performed in global markets, diverse markets consistently over the years, scalable systems, a very strong unit economics, a founder-led vision, and a franchisee-first mindset is what we stand for. So friends, very quickly, I'll run you through our numbers, how our financials look like. If you can put that on the screen, Bharat. And we'll first run through our unit economics. So like I said, we have split our opportunity in India into equal markets where we're looking for both area developer partners. And when I say area developer partners, these partners would be co-founders with us in India as our early partners, where we'll also work with our partners. Now, given the distribution of Franchise India in India and the capability of Franchise India, all my area developer partners will also get a support in developing this territory. Right? So if you take a master right of or area franchise right for a city like Delhi, NCR, or Hyderabad, Bangalore, Bombay, our area partners will be required, will have two responsibilities. One would be to open and operate one pilot store, and this store would be used as a training for sub-franchisees under them. I will also have my local regionalized teams that will work with the area developer in the expansion of subunits under them, which means our area partner need not have additional franchise sales team under them. That is the investment that Franchise India would do, including my monthly events. Today also, as I speak, I have a show which is happening in Chandigarh. My teams are there in Chandigarh. I have a show which is happening today in Bombay. We're representing Spartan in Bombay today. So every week I have, and every month, close to about 15 such micro events and large exhibitions and events, which is organized by Franchise India. Our brands are represented too, and all my local partners, regional partners of our brands get an opportunity to represent in all these shows along with my local teams that would work with them. So that takes away the headache and also the overall, I would say, cost of putting a separate team for opening area units under the area developer, which is mostly the case in any international brand or even an Indian company. When you take the area franchise rights, the entire responsibility and the cost of acquisition of subunits under them is 100% responsibility of the area developer. But being in the business as we are at Franchise India, you get that as an added advantage from marketing, lead generation, and to the local support of our teams that works as your BD to appoint sub-franchisees. So this is what our model and the format looks like. Anything from 500 square feet to 1,000 square feet. There's a typo, Rohit, which you need to, it's not 12,000, it is 1,200 square feet. So friends, anything from 500 square feet to 1,000 square feet. 500 is a model that can easily fit in the food courts, and that would be our first priority to be considered. So we're looking at high throughput locations, high footfall malls. And the interesting point here is when you go to the malls today, most of the familiar formats like, I would say pizza or a burger, they find it very difficult to get a space in the most, successful malls because their cuisine and the concept that they bring to the mall has no differentiator. At Franchise India, like I said, we've been forefront of finding opportunities, that are looking very potential from the Indian market point of view. Every time we have approached a mall, and we run a lot of other concepts, we have been given the first priority in the mall because all the concepts that we bring in are a differentiator. So we're looking at a mall concept, 500 square feet of space, and high street will only be locations which are big F&B hubs. It will not be an isolated high street locations, maybe locations in Hyderabad, or I would say places like Gurgaon, which is cyber hub. So big F&B hubs is where we can look at a sit down. So 1,000 square feet can be a sit down location, which can easily have about 45 odd covers. And the mall format is 500 square feet. That will have a front and the back end operations. So the overall investment is anything between 60 to 70 odd lakhs, where the franchise fees of both the formats, whether you're taking a 500 or a 1000 square feet, is 15 lakhs. And we also have included 5 lakhs. In fact, 5 lakhs is not the initial investment. This is the working capital because we need supplies, which is to run the operation. So we have also included that as an initial investment. So 5 lakhs is towards that. There's a training and development fee of 2 lakhs. And we've also taken 15 lakhs as the fit out cost, where Spartan will give you all the architectural design because each location will be unique and different. So all the architectural designs would be given by us in consultation with the Gabriel. And then we also have a billing POS software that will cost us about 75 odd thousand. And there's additional investment in the brand and the signage that you saw in the video. So this includes our menu signages and the brand signages, which is about 2 odd lakhs. And then the cost of equipment is 20 odd lakhs. We have kept aside miscellaneous expenses of 2 odd lakhs. So all this put together is close to about, I would say 55 lakhs as the investment and 5 lakhs towards your working capital, which is towards your initial supplies. And when we look at the cafe model, the only investment that you see which has increased is only the fit out cost. Rest everything more or less remains the same because my area increases. So my investment in the capex would increase by 500 odd square feet. But as you see, it is not double the investment. It is 25 lakhs that we have the cost towards fit out and a marginal increase in the brand signages because my size of the outlet and the signage requirement for a bigger space would be higher. So that is the only increment that you see when my size of the outlet becomes 1000 square feet because I need to have a seating space. So my investment in the furniture, my interior would comparatively go a little higher. Next slide.
Let me quickly put the area developer option.
Friends, I'll like to add. So India, again, we're looking for both area developer partners who become our early co-founders in the business in India. It is very hazy, Bharat, if we can expand that. And equally, if we have partners who might want to do a few locations or a single location, we will also be happy to work with them. So this is how we have split the entire Indian territory. If you see, we have only covered the top tiers in India. But if I have a potential partner who has capability of handling a larger territory, say the entire Maharashtra, maybe Gujarat
Serious.
or AP Telangana, we'll also be happy to consider a composite deal with the partners. But before I get into tier 2 locations, our immediate and initial priority is the first 11 locations that you see. And like I said, we'll be happy to combine it in overall state potential if we see that kind of capability at our partner level. So we have split the country into largely 3 set of markets which have a potential of 30 odd locations to be pulled up in a span of 5 years. And these markets are Delhi, NCR and Bombay. And if you look at these 2 markets, these are the markets which has highest number of malls. Followed by Bangalore, where we see a minimum potential of 20 odd locations. And then markets like Hyderabad, Pune, Kolkata, Chennai, and Gujarat, they come in the third category, where we see a minimum rollout of 15 locations to come up. And then is our fourth categorization of the market, which includes Goa, Rajasthan, and Tri-City, where we see a minimum potential of 5 odd units to come under the area developer. And our fee for respective territories is about 90 odd lakhs. So when I say 90 lakhs, how we have done that? Now this 90 lakhs includes your franchise fees also for your first location. So which is the location which is owned and operated by the partner. So 90 lakhs would mean that what we have done is we have taken an average of 3 lakhs into 30 units. So that is the initial investment for blocking the territory. And in return, somebody who wants to take an area developer rights, the partner is required to block the territory against the fee which is mentioned. He gets the right to sub-franchise the stores along with the support of Franchise India teams. And he also gets two revenue stream largely. One is the share of royalties, which is a recurring revenue which a franchise partner, our area developer would get every single month from sub-franchises which are opened under him for a period of 5 years. And the second is a one-time fee, which is a 15 lakh franchise fees, which our partners would get on acquisition of each unit under them. So even, with a, I would say 60% rollout achievement, our partner would be able to cover the entire area franchise fees for the territory. So overall in India, we're looking at approximately, this is the minimum potential that we see, but does not mean that we'll not go beyond these 30 stores. But the way we have done our unit economics is based on the minimum potential. There can be higher potential. Maybe a city like Tri-City alone can easily have about 10 odd locations, right? So the market is big. We have Chandigarh, Panchkula, Mohali, Zirakpur, which are big markets, a lot of malls in these markets. But if you look at the potential minimum rollout, we have taken a very realistic and a very small number. Great, friends. So this is what we had to present you today. Puneet has already left his details. Any questions that you would have, we'll be happy to discuss with you. We have done a very comprehensive churning of India numbers and financials. And we'd like to invite you for one-to-one meeting. Puneet will get in touch with everyone who has shown interest today. And before we close, I'll also request Gabriel for your last remarks and message to everyone who's come in.
Yes, thank you, Sonia. I think you concluded very well, and you present our brand in the realistic way of scaling in India. We are sure that these last figures that you show them are the minimum, the bottom line that we can achieve. Probably we can scale in next 10 years if my calculations are right, and until now we didn't we didn't get it wrong, we can do at least 1,000 locations in 10 years.
Correct.
I encourage the people to ask more, to ask us questions, to set meetings, to understand the opportunity to invest in our brand. We're gonna be there for them. I will be there in India for them, help them grow this chain. We're gonna act as a guardians of our clients. We're gonna respect our partners. We're gonna help them to grow our interest, even if we manage the business in Romania. But our business, together with Farm Global, we're gonna be there to help them grow their business. And if they will grow, our clients will be happy. My main focus, my main goal of India is to serve properly the clients, the Spartan clients. And for this, we're going to be working shoulder by shoulder with all our partners, because they are not investors. I consider them partners, our partners in our business, to grow Spartan, to serve better clients and to serve more clients, and to reach this goal, to have at least 1,000 locations in 10 years. Thank you. Thank you. And I will be able, I'm waiting for your invitation to discuss and explain more if they are interested.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gabriel. And friends, I'll also like to add all our partners. So we have a lot of support from Gabriel in terms of the operations of the business, guiding us as the India partner, and also our partners, including our area partners and units under them. And we'll also encourage our partners to also visit Romania. So while the entire training would happen here, but it is good for our early partners to also visit and experience the brand in Romania. So we'll also encourage anyone who's looking forward to partner with us, we can discuss that. And like Gabriel said, we'll be happy to come on a call to understand your profile, what you bring on the table, and collectively, how our mutual fitment of partner can happen. So that's very, very important for us. And Puneet has shared his details. Feel free to reach out to us. Any more information that you seek from us, we'll be happy to share that very transparently with all of you. Thank you so much, and Bharat, over to you.
Thanks so much, ma'am. Thanks so much, Gabriel, for coming here today, talking about the brand, the legacy. We're really, are very much excited to have this, the outlets in India as soon as possible. And Puneet is someone who you can contact. Everyone, those who are watching us right now, in case if you would like to get in touch with us,
The
you
screen
can
has
connect
frozen.
with who, me?
Yeah. Were you speaking, Bharat? I think I didn't hear you speak.
Yeah. So anyone who would like to get in touch with us, you can connect with Puneet. Puneet has already shared his number in the chat box. You can connect with him, and we can have a detailed discussion. If possible, we can get Gabriel on the call also, right? If possible. So that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. See you on Monday once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day ahead. Thanks,
Thank you.
Gabriel.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank